Support for this podcast comes from the patrons at patreon.com/FMLFPL. Okay! Welcome to FMLFPL Milan.
This Walsh.
What's up, bro?
Fucking grooving over here with this light, trying to...
Yeah, you got a new light situation. It's
same light, same different new me.
Yeah, new angle.
Yeah, baby. Everything's good. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm a little burnt out, but now we have a week break or something like that. So we're not going to be back. We're not going to pod on Monday. There's just cup bullshit this weekend, and then we'll be back with a Patreon Friday My Life episode a week from today. So next Thursday, before the next game week. So a little time off is good.
I mean, I just had a lot of time off.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I mean, I went to Palm Springs for fucking holiday, had friends over and shit, and I just watched like no games and didn't do anything. But I watched the games for this game week.
You're back.
So I could talk on this pod. Thank God for no one, but there we are.
I appreciate it. We all appreciate it, actually. Let's jump to your team here.
Let's get this beauty up.
Let's get the team up.
Dude, did you know Son didn't get the assist? I didn't know that until I opened my team today.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I literally didn't know.
I would like to hear the interpretation of that.
I opened my team during the game today because I wanted to check something in the transfers thing.
I thought you had a double-double.
Yeah. No. Anyway.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. Here's my team. Do you want to say anything about it, or can we move on to... Oh my God, is my camera's freaking out again?
You're fine. You got a +2 coming in with Wardy, and you still have Pereira to go.
It's like it blinks.
Yeah, it goes in and then it goes out. I don't know what's happening with your camera at all, but yeah, it's well, at least you have two Spurs players.
I can't wait to sell Ward.
And then he goes on a run of like 4 of 7 cleans.
I mean, why would I have brought him in if not to get rid of him once more?
Yeah,
I was just looking at his. Like the first 6-7 games when I had him 1-1-1-1-1 2-2-0
and then the games 2-2-0
and then the games I've had him since
6-9-8-3-6-11
missed him. Now he's back.
Now he's back from the World Cup in form 1-3-2. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's pretty good.
I mean, at least he's averaging 2 points a game and not 1 point a game. So he's improved on that for you. But yeah, it's not looking good for Team Walsh over there. Yeah. And then I'm having a pretty good week, actually. I got away with it with the Holland blank today. It was absolutely everything for my team. But, yeah, I mean, 56 is like okay, but I have an 8 from Ederson auto-subbing in, which is huge. So I'm really on 64 with Pereira to go. No Chelsea guys for either of us. I have the Mitro cap, but obviously he fucking couldn't help himself. Had to get a yellow card. Yeah, looking good. Team's good.
Yeah,
I have.
Good job. Yeah, I mean,
I'm
you're
already looking at -8ing and shit like that this week, which is, we'll get there.
Good.
But
yeah,
I'm freaking out a little bit.
Yeah, but, I mean, you're in a good spot where you just have those two-ish non-template spots that you can tweak. But generally, your team has all the picks, so you're good. You're in good shape.
Yeah, fucking Kev, dude. Can't get Kev points. Just cannot get Kev points.
That's
been horrible. And then Trossard has been a nightmare. But other than that, it's pretty fine. And nightmare is maybe an understatement, but we'll get there.
Disappointing.
So I'm not going to update the January leagues and shit like that because we're in the middle of a game week still. But I will shout out the Mug League winners for December. There are 5 of them because it was a 2-game week month, so there's a million ties. So Kale Andre Egeland, aka Wardle 30 in first place, Peter Meyer, aka Full Kid FC in second, tied with Brendan Barnes, aka Finding Timo FC, tied with Jesper Hedegaard, aka Kokomo FC, and then in third place Caleb St. Ather, definitely not his first mug, so good job by him with the team name. Credit to the boys, he's just always shouting us out, so I love that. And then before we go on, we're going to do a weird thing where I'm going to read an ad. And so, sit back and relax because you might be missing out.
Don't fast forward
Yeah,
30
definitely
seconds.
don't fast forward. I have
that.
cheat detection on, and I'll fire you if you fast forward. So
your phone will explode.
are you missing out on your favorite football matches because it's not available in your region? Trying to keep your private time private? Let me introduce NordVPN. If you're sick of illegal streams and pop-up ads in your home country, why not take it for a spin in another country? Using NordVPN, in a click of a button, you can do just that. No need to travel to USA for Tim Howard's halftime analysis when NordVPN brings it right to you. With 5,000 plus server options, no stream is out of your reach. Using our link, nordvpn.com/FPL, you can receive a huge discount on a 2-year plan plus 1 free month. We all love to binge, but privacy is a big deal too. NordVPN keeps your information encrypted, so you never have to worry about your IP or location getting out, thank God. They double down on keeping you safe with their new threat protection features. Say goodbye to intrusive website ads and malware. Even if you download an infected file, threat protection kicks in, deletes it before it makes a mess on your computer. There's no risk with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Give it a try, and if you like it, great. If you don't, they'll refund, yada, yada, yada. Check out my link, nordvpn.com/FPL to get your subscription started today. Let's fucking go.
That's it.
That's it. Where shall we begin, brother?
I think we need to talk more about that advertisement.
Yeah, I mean, the threat protection. It's like fucking, I don't know, dude.
Oh my God. All right.
I can't believe we're actually reading NordVPN ads when I've heard them for so long on other podcasts and always been like, who uses that? Like, that's the last thing I'll ever download on my computer. And now I'm like, oh yeah, fucking Tim Howard. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we got really boring game today. I'm not too interested in talking about that.
Today's game was awful. We will have to talk about City, though. Maybe we should just get out of the way now because they double. So it's huge.
Fine.
They have away Man U and home Spurs this week. We got questions about a Haaland triple cap. Jitterbug said, talk to us about the Haaland triple. A lot of people won't do it because the fixtures seem bad on paper. However, it's January. Haaland should be nailed. Mishka, do we triple cap Haaland or is that reckless? And Jeff D's logic of triple capping Haaland is some of the same stuff. We've seen him hat trick against good teams. City are in a title race. Can't rest him now. City have easier doubles later, probably, but UCL might be a priority. Easy matches are ripe for Alvarez starts. He's fit. What do you think about a triple cap on Haaland this week?
Yeah, I think it's kind of obvious. I don't know.
Yeah,
am I missing something? I mean, I'm like, probably definitely, unless if he gets hurt this weekend or something.
Yeah.
I don't really care who they play. Right. The biggest deal is that it's not, a typical double game week where there's 2 days off or whatever. And, it's a Saturday, Thursday. He just played 3 games in a week or whatever. I mean, you're not really concerned about him starting. Plus, they're games that are hard. So you really expect him to start both.
And they're 5 points, I think, behind Arsenal. So
they need to win both games.
Can't just be like, we're playing the backups versus Man United this week. Like, that's just not realistic at all.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I think triple cap's fairly obvious. I'm going to be doing it if he's fit. What about you? How are you seeing it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm leaning towards it. There's no other pick even in the ballpark as good as him. I mean, I think everybody kind of knows that by this point. So there's no one else that would have a double that I'd feel as good about, going for. Maybe in the game week 30 or some shit like that, Kane has like 2 home bankers, you go there. Or like Arsenal have 2 home bankers, you go like, Saka or Odegaard or something like that. But I still just like Haaland's output is so much better than everyone else's in the game that I just still don't really think it's that comparable.
Yeah, I mean, he's the best player in the game, and it's, birds in the hand in the bush. I mean, it's here now. He's fit,
It's everything.
Yes, you could definitely concoct a scenario where, right, Kane or Mo in, March have a double with these fixtures, blah, 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 or, that doesn't happen and one gets hurt, right? So, it seems like maybe a little overthonk if you don't go with him, if you have the chip available. Even though the fixtures are, on paper, not great. Yeah, I think you just go
Yeah,
fire
I mean,
off
they
right
scored
there.
6 last time they played Man United, and then it was at the Etihad. It's not the same fixture. Man United are a better team now, maybe, but like they still scored fucking 6. It's not like it was a 3-0. They scored 6.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just don't think it matters. And Spurs can't keep fucking cleans. Like they concede goals for fun,
Yeah.
So
Pens are on offer there.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it seems great. I think
it's a good one.
I'm gonna do it too. And it's gonna be one of those crazy weeks where his EO is gonna be like 240% or something.
Yeah.
Because everyone's gonna captain him at least.
Yeah.
Mishka said, and then just some other City questions. I'll just read all of them. Mishka said, Moda KDB seems obvious, but what about Foden? Currently at 2 City, do I start Foden for the double? Sonat said Walker's been a bust, but in lieu of City not getting clean sheets, what other Man City players would you recommend for the trifecta? Nana, is it too early for Alvarez, or does Mahrez seem like the high risk reward option? I mean, get the fuck out of my face with those. And then
grasping at some straws, looking for any straw.
Said, after Haaland and Kev, is there any third City guy you like for the double? Everyone seems like a rotation risk except Ederson, but he doesn't seem exciting. But he doesn't seem exciting, but he's still my
anywhere, but
answer. Yeah, like Ederson's great for the double.
Yeah, Ederson obviously is the obvious pick. I mean, Stones has played every game too and been great.
Yeah.
He's obviously a risk to not start both. The way he's playing, you'd expect him to start.
Yeah.
But this is Pep, right? We don't know. I think Stones is like the literal only other option other than Ederson, though that's a decent transfer in. Otherwise, you're looking at players that don't have double game weeks.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Rico Lewis. I don't know.
I mean, you say that jokingly, half jokingly,
I'm not
but
joking that much. I mean, he subbed on for Cancelo and was really good again, and
he's been really good every game.
Yeah, he just seems to be very good. So,
yeah, the thing with him is, he's 10 years old, and he played the Leeds, Everton, right? Then Chelsea. Okay, he played a half and was great again.
Yeah,
is he gonna put him in at Old Trafford? Like, is he going to play him against Spurs? Right. That's
probably
a tough
not.
one, right?
Yeah, probably not.
So that's a little bit of a tough one, but
at
3-9,
it's a punt. Obviously, it's a punt, but 3-9, it's like a maybe worth it punt.
Yeah, and it's also the kind of thing, depending on your team, where you could look at downgrading a defender if you need some money or whatever to just jam him in, throw him in the double, whatever. That's depending on your team could be a reasonable thing to try.
Yeah,
and he might be a decent option moving forward to just play him in some of these easier fixtures or something like that.
It makes sense.
I mean, he looks great.
Yeah, he's just really good. I don't know what else to say. He's really safe with the ball. He's a really solid passer. He doesn't give the ball away even when he does attempt dribbles.
He finds he's always moving and progressing his move. I've been watching him really closely because I think it's interesting position on the team, but he's always moving his position to try and progress the ball and progress the back line. And someone in Discord was saying Pep was talking about him. He called him the little Philip Lahm, and I thought that was
wow,
really. I mean, I was yes, that's exactly what I remember watching Lahm do is this exact thing, and pop up in the final third when the ball's there, he really seems really intelligent. So I'm really excited to keep watching him play more wherever he came from. I don't know, but he's definitely fucking good.
Kind of funny, England, I feel just used to never have players like this, and now they're popping up all over the place. Just he's a Barcelona player. If he was a youth Barcelona kid, we would just be obviously he's incredible passer, incredible on the ball. He could play midfield, those kind of qualities. And now they're just English.
I mean, I think that's just more of football progressing in England. The managers
for sure.
They're just changing their style more up and down. So it's great. It's awesome.
Yeah. The other team that doubles is Spurs. So they're home Arsenal at Man City. Brutal fixtures. Mishka said, do we take a hit to bring in a Spud or let that ride? Bill said his son a shout for a double. Doyle followed up and said, it's been a few weeks now since Walsh told us to get Son in. We all know he's premature, but he usually comes good in the end. So it's now the perfect time to jump on board following a return and a potential double game week. Potential. I thought it was a double, but maybe it's not a double. Jeff said, is Moda Kane double move worth the hit? But Kane's on 4 yellows. What do you think about Mo to Sun for no hit? And then Al said, is it time for us to all join Walsh on the dockening? What are you seeing from Spurs here?
I mean, more of the same, I guess. But first of all, Doc is a great pick.
Actually, great pick.
I mean, just a
I'm
great
pissed
pick.
that I missed him on my Game Week 17. I didn't really follow. I guess he was just scoring every game and starting every game, and finally Conte realized that he's better than Royale. And
Royale had some bust up. He's just being 10-minute shop windowed to death right now. But the docketing also, I think he's just fit. He's finally looks fucking fit.
Yeah.
He's running.
Well, he
and
did
shit.
for that period last season, right? And then he just
Anyway, I mean, Doc, obvious good pick. He's 4'6", but in terms of
really good.
Son, Kane, I mean, Son still looks kind of fucking bad to me. I mean, he scored a deflected goal, but he's just not. He reminds me of when I used to bitch and moan about Mo not being able to take anyone on dribbles anymore. Son's doing that. He can't beat anyone anymore. He used to always be able to beat that first guy, get a shot off. He just can't dribble past any fucking player.
Yeah, it kind of
every game
gassed.
I watch him play. He just looks like he's tired all the time, even though the game just started, kind of deal. I guess the bigger question though is, Mo, which we'll get to, but I don't think Son is by any stretch of the imagination, a buy with confidence. I know they have Fulham after, even though they play City and shit. I mean, he just doesn't look nearly worth his price. But Kane is, I don't care how many yellow cards he has. He's just absolutely shitting points out of every orifice of his being. So you are happy to get Kane in.
Really good pick. I don't really give a shit how hard the fixtures are or even what the fixtures are for him. It just doesn't matter.
Inevitability
always
continues.
gets a pen versus Arsenal, always scores versus Arsenal. I'm sure he has tons of goals versus City too. You confidently hold him for at Fulham. They have City again in 22. Obviously, the fixtures are bad on paper. It just doesn't matter with him.
Doesn't matter.
The two fixtures surrounding the bad ones are at Fulham, at Leicester. So, there's no cap on his points in those game weeks. So I think that Kane is I don't know, weirdly under the radar great pick because Spurs have been kind of bad and the fixtures are bad, but it's just safe.
Yeah, I mean, it's something. I mean, we neither of us stuck with him. I mean, we both played around with him in our wildcard teams after the break, and it seems kind of unusual or odd that his ownership was so low. And I mean, it really has. I guess been directly in competition with Mo and Kev, where you need to choose two of those three, and I mean Kane's just been in less teams than he really should have been, and it seems like it was just a mistake at large, and it's probably time to correct that.
12% owned by the elite teams, 48% owned by the top 10K teams. Yeah. It's
not enough.
That's a big reason why they're there right now.
Right.
But I'm definitely considering. I mean, I've been talking to Liam and others in Discord all week of I'm probably double moving Bruno out to get Kane in because I just don't give a shit who they play. They have a double and he's going to play 180 minutes, probably get a pen, probably get a fucking header. He just always does it, But, Son's a punt because he's capable of fucking anything. He could score 20 points and no one would be surprised, but don't expect it, really. Palace I don't know. Palace are a fucking mess, dude.
Yeah, we're a mess. We're safe,
absolute
but we're
fucking mess.
It's a good time to be a mess when we're safe.
Yeah.
What do you think about Brian Heel over there? He's 5 million.
I mean, he flirts between really bad and pretty surprisingly good all the time. I don't think he's a pick, but the main reason I don't think he's a pick is there's so many good cheap mids. There's 6 or so cheap mids in that 5-ish region that I think are phenomenal picks. So I just don't.
Even with the double?
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's now we don't really know. Kulu could just be back next game, and then they have a week off. So he could play 10 total minutes, and I would not be surprised at all.
Is Kulu that close to being back?
I don't know. We have no info as far as I know. but their
Okay.
match isn't for 10 days from now. So whatever he has, maybe he can make it back by then. Who the fuck knows? I just feel like he's also like the first sub. Like he's so inconsistent. He does some good stuff. He does a lot of bad stuff. I don't know. I don't love it.
Too punty.
Yeah, I don't love it.
Especially with the City game, the chances of returning that's so low. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like he's ever scored a goal. I mean, what's his upside? Assist in each game or something? That's like
maybe.
best case.
Okay.
No, so I mentioned Bruno. I also want to bring up Man U. I think we should go there because they're a really interesting, different proposition. I mean, they had the 3 bankers after the World Cup, and they absolutely dominated and easily won all their games as us rash Bruno Shaw owners wanted them to. But now the fixtures get a little bit tougher for 2 games. They're home City at Arsenal before they have another really good run. So I think people are kind of like unsure what to do. I'm probably getting rid of Bruno. I don't feel that comfy with it, but Caleb said, for those of us with United assets, is now the time to jump off. They had the easy run, but they have City and Arsenal next. Is it wise to do a cheeky switcheroo to a team with good fixtures and then maybe back again? Fabrizio said, is Shaw becoming a must-have? And Graham Burglar said, is Rashford essential yet? Sitting here with Bruno, watching Rashford get more points and thinking about switching. So what do you think of that? Their assets?
I mean, Shaw's you just bench. It's not an issue. He's not expensive. Sure. You just hold, you bench. Obviously, he looks better, and the defenses has been playing well.
Yep.
I think Bruno's in very easy sell.
Yeah. I don't think he's near worth the price.
Yeah, he's just, we were kind of going on a little bit of a leap of faith there, right?
Yep.
Coming off the break with those 3 easy fixtures, like let's see it. Like, is he going to do the things? And he's barely been doing the things, and losing all the set pieces is a really big deal for him. Even though he was bad at them all, it was still an avenue where you get a few cheap free returns, and they're not winning any pens for some reason. So Bruno at 9.8 is just. They're just better picks in the game. But, Rashford, I think you still hold and start with confidence. Yep. He's a counterattacking player anyway, and he's obviously on song right now. He's 3-3. So that's kind of how, I would hold him and start him in both the City, Arsenal moving forward. It's just, I wouldn't even think about that spot.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same. The same. And then the run is so good after, like, you're going to want Rashford straight back in your team. He's cheap and great.
Right.
There's no reason really to get rid. Yeah, I'm 100% with you there. So that's an easy one. So what do you think about Mo in Liverpool? Like Mo to Son, Mo to Kev, like Mo to doublers, etc. Mo to Kane in a double move.
I mean, I think it's probably time to do that. Van Dijk out. We know what happened last time. He missed significant time. I mean, they from back to front just struggled. Yeah, they just struggled to do the normal things, progressing the ball that we're used to. And, listen, right, we can make memes and jokes about Darwin missing all the things until the fucking cows come home, but it's true. I mean, it's actually happening before our eyes every game. And, we kind of think like, oh yeah, well, all of their attackers are injured, so that means, right, Mo and Darwin are great for FPL. Like, all that means is they're great because they're great in that they're going to play. But, maybe, Darwin shouldn't be playing all these minutes. Like, if everyone else was fit, we fucking know he wouldn't be, right? I mean, he's still a 22-year-old kid or whatever, right? So, we see them kind of misfiring, malfunctioning. The midfield's more or less fit, but it's still,
bad,
working.
Though.
It's just been bad, right? He's leaning too much on Thiago. Maybe he shouldn't be playing this much. Fabinho's been having issues. Harvey Elliott's really young. He's probably
every game.
Yeah, and he's probably taking on too much responsibility at this time in his life.
For sure.
So there's a stink. There's just a stench here, and I don't really think that Mo's you really need him that much anymore. Even though he's still a great player, but he's not really getting the returns to come in at 12.9 he is right now or whatever.
Yeah. So that was one thing I feel like I got right. It was just like, we're the same team that we were before the break, and Mo's good, and he's going to get points. He's still going to get points. But, 13.
Yeah, you got that right, but then you got Darwin in your team, so here we are.
But I'm...
No, I know. Process over... The points are the points, right?
And I still think people should keep Darwin. So, I'm just very opposite side of you on that one.
Yeah, that depends on what you're doing with your team. I mean, if Darwin can be Kane, then Darwin's Kane. Like that's right. But if you can turn your other guy with, if you have Mo, whatever.
Yeah, like I'm turning Mitro into Kane instead of Darwin into Kane because I think Darwin's better.
Yeah, and that's you'll stand on that hill until their attackers get fit and he doesn't play consistently, and then you get rid of him. But yeah, I think Mo is, it's tough fixtures. I mean, every fixture is tough for Liverpool right now. They're not playing well.
They're really weird because, like I think it was the 2021 season where everyone was hurt and they were just a disaster both ways, is not really the case this year because the attack is still just putting up huge numbers every game. It almost reminds me more of like a broad Liverpool where it's just like, and then they bring in Gakpo. Like Gakpo is going to be taking Ox's minutes for the next run. Like he's just going to start for the next 2 months probably every game at left wing. And it's just like the attack should just get better from that point. So I'm like, if they're just going to try and outscore teams, like, I still like Darwin. Mo, again, still going to get points. But in the short term when we have like confirmed or not confirmed, I don't know the FA Cup math doubles. It's like, even though Kev hasn't been returning, I'd rather have him this game week, no question. I'd rather have Kane this game week, no question. Everyone already has Haaland, so we don't need to talk about that. But and then other doubles are going to come, and it'll again probably be the same math, right? It'll be like Arsenal's going to have a double. It's going to be like, well, I'd rather have Nketiah, Saka, Odegaard, fucking Martinelli, whatever. So. Yeah, it's like slowly people are going to wane themselves off of Liverpool guys, probably.
Yeah, and obviously Gakpo playing instead of fucking Oxen, I don't know, the shell of whomstever Oxen was the last couple of games starting is going to be nice, but I think we need to also not put blinders on and just look at, well, Darwin, Mo, Gakpo, that should be fine. They should get goals, right? Yes, but just generally looking at the system and the structure, like they're a fucking mess. I mean,
they're a completely broken
They're a
team.
complete mess. So, I like using that data point too when I'm making my decisions of, right. I mean, and you could say we can sit here like, we're talking out of both sides of our mouth. Like Spurs have been so good and we want Kane, like fine. But at least Spurs have been playing the literal same thing, like all the time since Conte's been there. Like we know what's happening, and Kane is getting a shit ton of points. Like Mo is getting marked out of games consistently, and
I mean, honestly, like the better comp for Liverpool than like Spurs is like they're more like a Fulham or something like that. They're completely broken team. They're gonna concede.
No defense.
I'm betting on the other team goal scorers every Liverpool game. Like it's fucking free money. It's free real estate. But
and
they're
Van
also
Dijk's going to be out.
And Van Dijk's out, so that's just worse.
Yeah,
but they're also just scoring every game and just getting chances every game, and eventually they'll get one pen this season, maybe. So it's a weird one. It's a tricky one.
Yeah. I mean, Darwin is.
I can
Darwin's
easily
more
defend Darwin, I think.
Yeah, he's playing minutes, and they do create chances, as you're saying. And they're not. Like City, we saw them today, just 1-0, like whatever. We'll pass it around. We won't do fucking thing.
They can't do that.
Yeah. And so, Darwin, to me, it's more of Darwin compared to the other players in the game.
Yeah.
And there's just no way that he's making like the top, 7 attackers in the game. Like 3-5-2, like give me that, like give me all the Arsenal mids, give me like this, give me Kevin, Haaland, Kane. Totally. Like it's just he gets squeezed out. So it's more of I think like for your team, right? Like you have him, and there isn't okay, what are you gonna get, Kai or something? Like he's not he's fine to sit there in that spot. But if you're wild carding this week or something, right? He's just not going to be there.
Yeah,
but he's Yeah, it's tough just because he's getting the things and he's not doing the things.
It's weird that he's getting like piled on so hard. It's weird to me, at least, because there's
people
just
like to hate on Liverpool. You forget how many Man United fans there are, all that stuff.
I mean, he has 5 goals in 870 minutes. Like, he's doing fine. That's a goal, more than a goal every other game in his first season in the Premier League.
The misses are why,
the misses
though,
suck.
because he's not, I mean, the eight returns in 800 minutes, like, yeah, that's great. But when you're watching him miss so egregiously, so frequently, then that affects your
absolutely
your perception.
But like,
so that plays.
Gets a free pass, like
he doesn't get a free pass because he's scored 30 goals in the league before. He's won Golden Boots before. I think we've seen it with him before.
This season, I'm not seeing people be like, "Oh my fucking god, Mo's the worst player I've ever seen. He's off. He's done." Like, washed is like a joke in the Discord, but everyone like still has him, and like everyone's still like, "Yeah, but he's great." Like Jesus is fucking more under his XG than Darwin is the same amount of goals and fucking way more minutes, but no one's like. It's just because Arsenal are top of the league and no one's like, oh, fucking Jesus can't hit a barn door. But, is what it is. It's weird, but I'm very, very happy to keep Darwin. The thing that you and me said, when was it? The Game Week 17 pod, it still remains true. If you can't handle the misses, definitely don't own him. Yeah. But if you can, and clearly I can, I still think he's a good pick. So. Yeah. Points are going to
If you can't handle the misses, get someone like Solanke who literally never gets a chance. So
if you don't get shots, you don't get misses. It's so much better.
I don't
literally
worry.
The best.
Yeah, this guy who just plays DM doesn't shoot. Great, no misses. Love him.
Perfect. Great pick. Fuck. What else did we have here?
Yeah, Liverpool are a fucking mess.
Oh my god, complete mess.
I wanted to talk about Brentham.
That's like a separate pod almost. Yeah.
Brentham is it's like there's always a team. Like if it's Burnley or it's Leicester, I feel like I am so bad at evaluating this team. Like I have no idea if they're coming or going, if they're riding a hot streak or not, which midfielders are going to play. Like, how does that I just feel like I sleep on them. I have no idea. And they have so many good FPL picks.
I know. We got 2 questions. Harley Boy said, Brentford functioned surprisingly well without Tony. I have 3 great fixtures coming up. Are there any picks that you like? And Jeff said, is Bumo an option? And to me, I just want to get this off my chest, is that Wissa is a top 5 pick in the game if Tony is suspended indefinitely for gambling.
Fuck a suspension. He's hurt anyway. He's hurt,
but 10 days off, I have no idea the severity of the injury. But if he's fucking suspended for eternity, which he probably will be, Wissa's a 5'3" out of position mid who all he does is score goals. He's never not performed. And every substitution, and they're a fucking smart team. Everyone
he has
knows
4
that
goals.
Yeah, but he has 4 goals in 700 minutes, right?
I know. No, and he had 7
last year. He had 7 goals in 1,200 minutes.
I know, but so he's just talking about him like he's fucking Neymar or something.
He is. He's fucking.
This is RVP.
He's the Congo, Democratic Republic of the Congo.
Neymar. Learned from fucking Balassi, so he knows what's
seriously, he's a goal every other game in his 2 Premier League seasons, like sort of rotation seasons so far. He was a highly rated, League 1 player. Brentford are a smart team. He just looks amazing. Like, I really hope that Tony gets suspended so I could bring him in.
Yeah. He's an option. Bumo is definitely an option. He's going to be definitely on pens.
Yep, 100%.
And more, set pieces and shit like that. So, he's certainly. He's 5'8". I didn't realize how cheap he was. And the fixtures just to say
last year,
yeah. Well, he also hasn't been good this year. He's been starting. He's 6 returns. He starts basically every game. It's just, he's 6 million. Started 6 million. He gets subbed really early every game. He kind of is that. They have so many fucking attackers on this team. All the kids they bought, so they just get fresh legs on. They sub him, but when Tony's gone, they're not going to be able to sub Bumo anymore. But they have home Bournemouth, at Leeds, home Southampton, at Arsenal, home Palace is the next 5. At Man United, home Fulham, at Everton, home Leicester. It goes for a while. I am concerned a little bit about the no Tony functioning part, because the game against Liverpool, I think you sort of can throw away because that's not going to be recreated again.
That's like the easiest game
No Tony
to
game
plan form. Yeah,
especially
exactly.
to not
counter,
have Tony for a game that's the one. You
just
can
counter
easily
with pace. Yeah,
just use any midfielder and say whatever. When they're playing teams that are at or below their station, I am definitely worried to see, are they going to be able to get the ball from back to front and actually create chances? I don't know.
Right.
I'm probably willing to find out at that price with those fixtures and, with Wissa and Bumo, depending on your team and what spot you're looking to make a transfer. I mean, they're both just great, I think, right now.
Totally agree. Yep.
And then I also did want to talk about Mitoma, because
I'm fucking obsessed with them. Like these you're naming all the guys that I'm obsessed with. Obviously, these are the type of guys I'm obsessed with. But like this is why when you mention like Brian Heel, I'm like, dude, but there's so many other guys that are better. And Mitoma's absolutely one of them. I picked Trossard. LOL at me, Mitoma's the pick.
Well, I mean, he's been starting, which is the thing that we didn't necessarily know, because he didn't start much before the break, but he started 3 and 3, has 2 goals in 3. He's fucking so good. He's so good. He's 4'9". Good pick.
Really good pick. Really good player. Really attacking team. Really fucking good pick.
Yeah.
Like wildcard team has Mitoma and Wissa starting every week, and I don't even know what the fuck you do with the money, but you have like Formium or something. Ended up being the best team. Like right now, it's just.
And there's no real reason to imagine him not starting. I mean, he's one of their best players every game, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, 4'9", he's just really good.
He has
the best fixture in the league coming up, home Liverpool.
Yeah, I mean, that's like usually that's a Trossard hat trick game, but now it's a Mitoma hat trick game.
Yeah.
We've transitioned out of that.
So, I mean, these are the picks, because like I'm in my team, I'm looking at like, okay, Mo and Solanke out to get Kane and like a cheap mid. I mean, these are like 2 of a few names that I'm looking at. Which one?
You forgot one, and you love him, and you wanted him.
Crescencio?
Well, Crescencio's great, but Rodrigo's the better one.
Yeah, but I can't afford Rodrigo with the swap.
But dude, their fucking upcoming fixtures, talk about fixtures, at Villa, home Brentford, at NFO, home Man U, at Everton, home Southampton.
Yeah, I just don't think those are as good, honestly. I don't know. Villa are playing good at Villa Park.
Yeah,
Villa, that's an even game.
And Man United are bad fixtures, but the others I think are fantastic. I mean, Brentford.
Yeah.
You get them on the road,
Yeah, no,
and
he's definitely a pick. Yeah, he's definitely a pick. He's 6'3", definitely a pick.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I was looking at having him off of the wild card, right? And what he did, 1 and 3, so it'd get 9, 11 and 3. Yeah, I mean, that's okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if I wanted to do that, I would have to take a hit, which doesn't seem like I'm going to do that. But yeah.
There are some really fun guys right now. I'm definitely going to double or triple move, I think, probably too, and get Kane in. Sonat said Saka or Odegaard is my third Arsenal player. God, they're like the 2 best. Is the hard thing. I'd probably have them 1 and 2 in some order. I mean, Saka on pens is not insignificant. I think I prefer Saka, but the price is always a factor, and saving that amount of money for Odegaard's just better value.
I don't know, man. I think I actually do prefer.
Yeah. What are you seeing? Like, why?
Well, right. I mean, Saka is just, he stands over there, right? He's just over there on the right wing. You know, we see them play halves of games where he gets like 10 touches. They're just doing the thing on the left. Zinchenko plays. Who's the fullback? Okay, we're gonna do this instead. And Odegaard's just central to everything they do. And he is legitimately Kev-esque. He has 17 bonus points right now.
Yeah, he's
like his assists and his goals are in general worth more than the points that the FPL game gives them. He just gets so many bonus points.
Would you agree that these are at least the 2 best picks?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's really close. There's a lot of such good picks just because the defenders
Eddie,
are so
Odegaard,
cheap. And
Martinelli,
Necktie.
Saka, White, Gabriel,
what has Necktie done? Just 2 goals in 3. Like, look great.
Yeah.
He's
he
just
blanks against Newcastle, best defense in the league, whatever.
So, I mean, there are a lot of good picks. I certainly think Saka and Odegaard are better than Martinelli at this point. I could definitely say that.
I agree with that.
In terms of how they stack on the defense, I don't know. But yeah, I just the centrality, and I get Odegaard's had a lot of double returns, which has led to his 3 bonus points and a lot. Okay, but we just see him. He creates so much. He's coming crashing in the box at the right times. It's like we've been talking about a couple pods ago, right? That he seems to be taking this leap into absolute superstardom, right?
Yeah,
and we know Saka is a superstar already, but I would rather have the player with the avenues playing in the middle of the park, involved in more things than the right winger.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's all Saka is right now. This year he's a right winger, period. He's great. Obviously he's great, and he scores on crosses. He receiving or sending, he counters well. He's fast. He gets fouled a lot, like blah, blah, blah. And Penn's fine. But yeah. So I think I would go with
so we're different there. I'd go Saka still.
Okay.
I trust the pens and the pedigree and stuff more. But D-Bomb asking about Mitoma. We already talked about
I think
him.
also like Martinelli to Odegaard is not sideways. That's just an upgrade.
Well, that was Chester's question. Do I prioritize bringing in Odegaard or Rashford? Does Martinelli to Odegaard make any sense?
Yeah, that's close, actually. What do you think about that? Rash versus
I can't even wrap my head around it because they're both just like phenomenal picks.
Well, one thing with Odegaard is at Spurs, home United, home City, 3 of the next 5 is bad.
Yes.
We know when Rash has 2 bad ones too, but he counters. They have the double. That's true. 23 double. True. Okay.
I don't fucking know, dude.
Coin flip.
I think I would honestly lead Rash because he also has striker minutes, and we saw at the end of the game, he's just up top, gets a fucking tap in. Right. And Tony's probably not going to stay fit because it's Tony, and that just means more striker minutes for Rash.
Well, they'll probably buy, but as of the time of this recording, sure.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know, goals change games, I don't know. He just feels like more of a runaway freight train to me, but Ode is great. It's just, I guess what my hesitation with Ode is not that like I don't rate him or anything. I think he's been like honestly maybe player of the season in the Premier League this season. Like I don't think that's crazy. Outside of Holland.
Yeah, fine.
But if Arsenal win the league, he's in there. But like,
sure.
I guess my one part of my thinking is like, is this Odegaard at the absolute 99.9 percentile of his play? Is this the best ever Odegaard will ever see and the hottest he'll ever be?
Isn't he like 23?
No, but I just mean, or is this like is this the new norm and he's just this now? He's just Kevin now for the rest of his career? Or is he just like a little bit back down to normal and he's like really good, but not like, fucking god of FPL good? But Rashford, I mean, like he's just playing exactly like Rashford from like 3 years ago. Like he's just like kind of upside of 20 goals. Like we've seen this. He's just doing the same shit. He's fit again. He wasn't fit before in a good team and they were bad before. And so I'm just like a little bit more like, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess I'm more like in on Odegaard. I mean, I think
I'm in on him.
I think this is like his middling ground. I think he has room to improve and he will improve as he continues to progress and
it's
mature.
A big shout.
Dude, I mean, what are we watching here? Listen, I was a big skeptic of his last year. I criticized him a lot last year.
Absolutely. I'm not trying to detract at all. I'm just saying, again, it's the fucking Messi thing, right? Like most people don't have the best year of their careers back to back, let alone improve on it until they do. And then you're like, whoa, this guy had another fucking insane year. And then again and again. And then it's Messi.
But are you talking about like XG stuff or like, what are we talking about?
I'm just talking
here?
about overall performance. I don't even have his numbers open on my screen right now.
Okay.
Like he's taken an astronomical leap to superstardom. in the first, however many games, 16 games?
It's his like second full season here, but how many full seasons
I just don't know if this
if
is
he's
him for the rest of the year / rest of his career.
Yeah.
Whereas with Rashford, I can be like, yeah, he's done this before. I've seen this before.
That's
he's
fair.
Just,
Okay. Yeah. No, you're going with the known quantity versus the thing.
Yeah,
sure.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty big in on Odegaard with this.
Yeah,
though.
he's so good to watch too.
He's just so fucking good.
Like, watching him is an absolute delight. Yeah,
he's honestly he's kind of Rico Lewis, little Rico Lewis. He has some similarities. He plays further up the pitch, but
I would like a fucking 30 for 30 on how Norway didn't make the World Cup this year, by the way.
God,
they just have Odegaard behind Holland.
Cares? Yeah,
Odegaard behind Holland, and they just can't make the World Cup. Okay.
God.
Josh King, I don't know. Hemdog said Newcastle have a nice run coming up. Do we punt on the upside of Column or go steady with safe clean from the Botman?
Yeah, I mean, benching Botman for me this week, I'm like, that will never happen again.
I benched him too. I mean, I think it was this is the first game all season. I think Arsenal haven't scored, so
we should have known. No, I mean, Column, he missed the actual huge, enormous chance. More or less a sitter.
It's funny you brought up XG before, because I was actually looking at this match XG because I didn't really watch it that closely. I was watching other FPL shit, and God, single game FG is just like so bad. Like in the aggregate, it's by far the most predictive thing that we have, so it's the best thing to use. But like, yeah, that Column chance, by far their best chance of the game. Like, that was a cross to his fucking foot. Saw it the whole way, and it was bouncing a little bit. He's 6 yards from goal. But according to XG, it was like Joe Linton header and like some Shard chance that I don't even remember, where they're like two quote unquote big chances, the most useless stat on earth. And I was just like, no, that's just not what happened at all.
Yeah. So, Column, home Fulham, at Palace, home West Ham, at Bournemouth. Whatever. I don't know. Yeah, I think the defense here is what you want to exploit, and probably Almiron. Because Callum's still like expensive. I mean, it's still like necktie. I mean, there's still other picks to choose from there.
Yeah.
But Almiron at 5'9" is still sort of doing things. I mean, he didn't play very well against Arsenal. But that game wasn't really set up for him, I think. But yeah, I mean, Trips isn't every team, but when you have Schar's 5, Botman's 4-4, and Burns 4-5, you can have 2, and Pope is 5-3. You can have 2 or 3 of any of these. So you can double, triple on the defense, and you're in good shape. So
yeah, and I agree with you. I'd much rather have Miggy than Callum.
Yeah, yeah.
With the price difference and stuff, and yeah, I think those are great fixtures coming up. So,
dude, what's up with fucking good. Isaac, dude?
So annoying. Obviously, this player we're obsessed with comes in, lights the league on fire, instant out for a fucking career. Him and Kulu, just the Swedish bug. Yeah. Jitter, last question, said, it seems like a lot of us are having a benching dilemma this week between players like Rash, Miggy, Mitro, and Arsenal mids. Is there an obvious one in your minds to bench?
What?
I mean, if you had to bench any of those, it's obviously Mitro, I think. But fucking hell, find someone else to bench, man.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't seen many teams with benching dilemmas, though. I'm confused because I feel like everyone has Pereira. So I guess, are these teams that are like 3-5-2? But then they don't have benching dilemmas either. What are these teams?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know who they have that they think they can't bench if they have all of these guys. That's what I'm not understanding. I don't know, Jitter. Send us your team. Your team is too good.
That's a tough one.
And I don't get it. Your team's just too fucking good. Let's go on here.
Can we spend 1 minute to talk about Trips, by the way?
Yeah. To spend as many minutes as you want.
What fucking shit is this with
the
him?
rightest thing I've ever had in your life. I should be clipping that episode of Above Average pod that I guessed it on and just post it every fucking day.
Go back to our preseason pod. Clip the preseason pod before the year started.
He's the best thing known to man.
You both started with him, right?
I started with him, yeah.
I think I started with him.
What price do you think he's going to end up on? He's 5'9".
He can't go. He's 6 now, I think.
Oh, he's 6 now.
Yeah, he can't keep going up too much because you know how it is with the more people bring him in and then the things change. He's probably going to be at right in and around where it's going to end. But I mean, dude, he has 124 points. That's insane. He has 18 returns. It's 19 game weeks in. He just returns every week. Essentially, it's nuts.
It's fucking crazy how good he's been.
And the amount of games also that he subs off because it's 80th minute, fuck it.
Yeah, it's
and then they concede,
times.
But he banks it. That's happened a couple times, right?
I mean, I remember I was talking to Nate about trips, and I was like, if you want to get some indication of how good he is in fantasy, in games where Newcastle haven't cleaned, he's still averaging almost 4.5 points per game. Yeah, which is
crazy.
A good fantasy player averages that many points a game. And that's just non-cleans he's doing.
Yeah, but that does happen to be very fortuitous that he's gotten his actual attacking returns in non-clean games.
Yeah, or maybe they open up more. I don't fucking know,
Well, yeah, I mean, whether or not the game state predicts or affects that, it is the fact of the matter.
Yeah.
He's getting the... Plus, he has 25 bonus points.
Dude, he has 12 cleans, 25 bonus points.
I'm looking, right? I mean, there's
5
2
assists.
Yeah, I'm looking. There's 2 games, Fulham, they win 4-1. He subs off on the 82nd minute, banks a clean before it comes in, before they concede. Southampton, they played another 4-1. He subbed off on the 79th minute before they concede and lose the clean. He's just... It's all happening for him. It's wild. It's just wild.
Yeah, it is wild. He's just... Imagine not having him, dude.
I mean, who would not have him? Are you kidding me? He has the most points in the game. No one doesn't have him.
Oh, man.
It's not a thing. Literally not a thing. He actually has, next to Haaland and Kane, the most points in the game.
Yeah, there's Haaland, Kane trips.
Yeah, easy.
That's crazy. Our team. So what were you looking at doing? You were looking at double moving in Kane or something like that?
Yeah, Mo and Solanke to Kane in a mid is what I was looking at.
And what price mid is that? Up
to 6.
Right.
So it could not be Rodrigo, but it could be Wissa or whatever. No. Up to 6'9", so it could be Rodrigo. It could be anybody.
Wow, so you have a fucking insanely difficult decision to make because
I guess that could be.
There's so many guys that you like in that range, right?
Yeah, or I just don't do that. I could not do that, and I could just.
You could get Odegaard.
I could do that, but I could also just keep Mo and forget about Kane and and get just trade Solanke in for a midfielder, with Pereira.
Yeah, but we just both agree that Kane is shitting points. Kane has a double. Kane has good fixtures around the bad fixtures. Mo's not worth it. So why wouldn't we do that? For that reason, I'm in.
Sounds like a challenge. You're challenging me?
Oh no, I'm not challenging you. I just want the best for you. You're like a rebellious teen, and I'm your mom. Fuck you, mom. Not getting Kane. I'm like, no, he's good. He's gonna get points.
Yeah. So that's what I'm kind of focusing on. The rest of my team's I have Barnes. He'll score again sometime this year, and everything else is going fine. Maybe not, but I'll find out. With him in my team.
I'll pay to find out.
What about you? What are you looking at?
So I'm looking at Bruno and Mitro out for Kane and mid. The problem is I still have Trossard in my team. So I'm either committing to starting Pereira over him, who's away Newcastle this week, by the way, which is not great. He's away Newcastle, home Spurs, away Chelsea. So I'm not thrilled at that idea. Or -8ing and also getting rid of him and getting two of these mids that I love.
-8ing does not seem smart.
Well, how about if I spin it to you like this? It's actually just a -6 because Kane's doubling.
Hey, until he gets his 5th yellow card and you come back to me. Tell me.
There's no way that would happen.
What about if you did Bruno and Tross out? Does that get you anywhere?
Yeah, I mean, I want Kane, but I could absolutely do that and get many different players,
Yeah.
I could just get Son instead, even though he's not nearly as good.
Yeah. It's just with, Mitro's tough because Chelsea, Newcastle, Spurs, Chelsea is bad.
Yeah. Well, no, Chelsea is this week. That's the banned game.
Right, sorry. So Newcastle, Spurs, Chelsea, whatever. It's bad, right? But he's still great. And they still attack, and he still gets chances and shit. So it still feels like you're getting rid of a good and a bad guy instead of getting
solid hold. Yeah,
instead of getting rid of two baddies.
That is true. I haven't really thought about it like that. I guess I was just so hyper focused on Kane is why I was thinking that. But this is a more like efficient move that just improves my 11 more, right?
Because ultimately, the better thing for you to do is turn Darwin into Kane. It just doesn't necessarily make sense to do now.
Yeah, it's also like, yeah.
But I mean, there is the other. I mean, you can also do Tross and Darwin to Kane and a guy you love. You can get Mitoma, right? You can afford
probably
that.
not. No, that would be 4-9.
Mitoma's 4-9.
Interesting.
Oh,
no, I'm not gonna do that. I love Darwin. I absolutely love everything about him.
Okay. All right. All right. So yeah, I mean, Kane is. I mean, from the FPL game perspective, Kane is the one that could hurt you.
Yeah, for
the
sure.
most, and doing Bruno and Mitro's not going to hurt you much. I mean, his best case is like he gets 6 points or whatever. So yeah, I mean that's probably fine.
So it's either that or it's the double Bruno Tross move, which then does become a little tricky because I have to like find two mids. See, that's why I'm like, that's why I'm tempted to for the -8 because if I were to like pick two mids right now, they'd both cost under 7 million. Like if I was two mids I love and trust, they'd both cost under 7 million, and then I just have a fucking wad sitting in my bank to like easily for free turn Mitro into Kane, like without sacrificing on my two picks at all.
Right. You're saying trust though, and we're talking about Johan Wissa and Mitoma. Like,
Odegaard could be one of them.
Sure.
I could do Odegaard and like I could maybe even afford Odegaard and Rodrigo or something.
I think ultimately you want to stick as close to the template as you can, and getting Kane is important to doing that.
It is.
So you should focus. I agree with you on doing that.
Yeah.
Whether or not you take an extra hit, I don't know. I don't love that idea because, Trossard also could still just get points. I mean, he could just start next game.
He didn't fucking play last game.
I know, but what was it? Why didn't he play?
Because he's not as good as Evan Ferguson or Mitoma or Solly March. They're by far best front three.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't been playing well since the break. I don't know. All right, that's one to. Well, we'll get back here. We'll come back to this on our. My life.
Kane, Odegaard, Miggy for a -8 just looks fucking amazing, and is getting me closer to the template, and fixing two main problems in my team.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally giving you the template, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, my team would be stacked. My attack would be Kane, Darwin, Holland, Kev, Odegaard, Miggy, Rashford.
Yeah.
With still like a totally good defense.
Yeah. 8 is...
It's a lot, but like, I mean, I feel like the doubles are a time and a place to kind of rip them and not feel as bad about it. And I feel comfy like holding these guys for a while. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Could be the move.
I think like a smart vet FPL player would be like, never take a -8. It's always bad, but I don't know. I've definitely had success with them in the past. I'm thinking about it.
No, it's not fair to put a generalization on something like that without considering it, given the context. And I mean, what you're saying makes sense. Yeah. And jumping off some picks that you don't want and getting closer to making. I mean, you're correcting mistakes. More or less.
And Miggy, honestly, these next 6 fixtures, I fucking want Miggy. Like, Newcastle are just going to keep blowing teams away. And like home Liverpool, great fixture. At home Brighton, great fixture. Like, I'm not worried about these red fixtures on the thing.
Yeah, for sure. And he's still really cheap. I mean, what is he? How much? He's 5'9". 5'9". Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
All right, bro.
Baby. Sounds good.
There is an ass to slap. Matt Thompson, get the fuck in there, baby. New sign up. Let's fucking go. And yeah, we'll see you in a week for the Patreon subscribers. Friday My Life in a week. Any last words, brother?
You fix my camera, man.
And fucking fix my camera, man. Check us out at FMLFPL.com. Follow us on Twitter at FMLFPL Sports Page.com/FMLFPL. Subscribe in the future.